G'day, welcome to Mt.Coramba apiculture. It's Sunday the 12th of February. Back up in Nimboida, ready for a big morning. So what I've done is just laid out 15 ukes, 6-frame ukes, divider board in between. I'm going to make up 15 3-frame nucleus hives. So just been to see my friend Felix at Bellingen and picked up 15 queens. So sitting there nicely. They're all kicking along by the look of it. So yeah, those 15 queens are going to go into those 15 3-frame ukes. It'll serve two purposes. It'll increase my hive numbers. It'll just take the pressure off these hives, these 10-frame hives here that are starting to fill up pretty quickly. So I'll have more 10-frame gear up here next week, another 30 10-frame supers. So I can whack another super on them then, but in the meantime, the 2 frames of foundation that'll go in them to replace the 2 frames of brood I take out will relieve a bit of pressure on the hive. So that's what I'm going to do. It's hot. Just going to take my time. I'll video a couple of just what I'm doing and get on with it, and we'll talk about when we're finished. So just on our first hive here, the objective here is to find the queen and pull a couple of frames of nice brood out of there to go into our new nuke. So these are going well. Nice frame of sealed honey there. A bit beetly up this end. The bees will look after them. Heavy frame of honey. Don't expect to find our queen there. Another heavy frame of honey. Nice little patch of brood just here. So I expect to find brood on the next frame. Looking for our queen. There she is there with a bright pink dot on her. I'll just set her aside. And the plan here is to get a couple of nice frames of brood with plenty of nurse bees attached. That'll do me. So I'll go up to the nuke. So I had a frame of mainly seal brood there. I'll just try and get something not quite as advanced. Have a look at this one here. And that's good. So there's a few resources, a bit of honey, a bit of pollen, and some nice unsealed brood there. Same on that side. So we'll take that up to the nuke as well. So that other frame's gone up to the nuke. So what we need to do now is just replace those combs with a couple of nice sheets of fresh foundation. That'll relieve the pressure on this hive in terms of swarming, or just give them a bit of space till I can get a super on top of them next week. So that's honey there, so I'll put this one here, and I'll put the queen back in where she was, in the center of the brood there. Push that up, put the wall frame back in. So that's a nuke taken out of there, 2 fresh frames of foundation. That'll buy me a bit of time on this hive. So that's good. So back at our nuke we've just made up. So 2 frames of brood, plenty of nurse bees, and a frame of foundation, same as we did last week. Got our queen here. Bees are showing a lot of interest in her already. So I'm just going to pull that out, pop her in there with that entrance facing up. Just get her squeezed in there. Just make a little bit of space. It's a bit cramped there. A bit better. Yeah, they're really interested in her, so that's good. Just pop her in there. Now she's good. Put our frame of foundation back. And she's good to go. So just make sure that nothing's touching the walls and the frames aren't touching. So there's our queen installed. Nice new nuke, and we'll check that again next week and see how they're gone. That's basically what I'll be doing for 15 times over. I'm not going to film everyone because it's really boring and my phone will cut out in the heat. So we'll get through these and see how we go when we're done. Right, that's the job done. It's hot out there now. It's about 12:30 and I reckon it's mid-30s, 33, 35 degrees out in the sun, so I'm done. There's 15 queens put out into 2 frame nukes, actually 3 frames, 2 frames of brood, a few resources and a frame of foundation. So let's hope that all goes well and I get a good acceptance rate with those 15 queens. So that's basically doubled my hives from when I started. So there'd be somewhere around 40 there at the moment. Brought a nuke up here last week and 3 other queens, so had a few losses as well. So around about the 40, I'm not going to count them in the sun. So yeah, so things are going well. We will come back next Sunday with a bit more 10 frame gear. So my 10 frame full depth supers should be ready to come up then, and we'll check those nukes and see how they've gone with their new queens. So we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.